Let's take a look at this daily Leetcode question. It's called as partition array according to the given pivot. It's a medium one. We are given a zero index integer array nums and integer pivot. We have to rearrange nums such that the following condition are satisfied, right? So every element less than pivot will appear before every element greater than the pivot. Means that if an integer is less than the pivot number, then it will appear before our pivot. Okay, and if a number is greater than our pivot in the given array, it will appear after the pivot. Okay, we have to maintain the order of the elements that are given in the array. Okay, we have to just arrange them according to the first and second condition. Okay, more formally, consider every pi and pj, where pi is the new position of the ith element and pj is the new position element of jth element. If I is less than j and both elements are smaller or larger than pivot, then p of I is less than p of j. Okay, yeah, it's just how we will solve this question. We have to return our nums after rearranging the elements of the array. Constraints is 1 to 10 to the power 5 and nums is this pivot equals to the element of the nums. Now take a look at our first example. We have got our nums here 9, 12, 5, 10, 14, 3 and 10, and our pivot is 10. Okay, so in a resulting array we have three types of numbers here. This will be less than pivot, this will be equal to pivot, and this will be greater than pivot. Okay, we'll check from here, from 9 here. 9 is less than pivot, so it will come here. Then we'll move to our 12 here. 12 is greater than our pivot, so it will come here. Then we'll check 5 is less than pivot, so it will come here. 10 is equal to pivot, so it will come here. Then we'll check for 14, it will be greater than our pivot here. 3 is less than pivot, so it will come here, and 10 is equal to pivot, so it will come here. So we'll rearrange the elements like this. So we got our array here 9, 5, 3, 10, 10, 12 and 14 like this. We'll start with our second example. We are given nums -3, 4, 3 and 2, and pivot is 2. Okay, we'll define three numbers for this: less count, greater count and pivot count. Okay, we basically iterate these all as we check the elements in the array. What is I here? We'll use 3 pointers I, j and k. I will be started with 0, j will be our less count, and k will be less count plus pivot count. Alright, so this is a resulting array. We'll mark the indexes here. We'll start with our I pointer from -3, first element of the array. We'll check this is less than pivot, so this will come here. So we will iterate here 1, then we'll move to our 4 here. 4 is greater than pivot, so it will come at here. Okay, we are iterating here. Then we'll move to our 3. 3 is greater than pivot again, so we'll iterate, increment from 1 to 2. Then we'll move to 2. 2 is equal to a pivot, so it will be stored here. Okay, now we know that we have 1 less count, 2 greater count and 1 pivot count. Okay, we'll mark this on our nums array and put this in our resulting array. Alright, so firstly we'll check with -3. -3 less count, so it will come here. 4 was a greater count, so it will come here. 3 was greater count, so it will come after 4. Then at last R2 is a pivot count, so it will come here. This is a resulting array. Let's start with the coding part. We'll define our 3 integers. Int left count with 0, greater count 0, and pivot count 0. Right? We'll start our loop. For loop is nums again. Pivot. In case pivot is greater, it will be left count plus, right? Left count plus, and else if nums is pivot, it will be greater count, right? Greater count plus. We'll iterate this, and else our pivot count. Now we'll define our variables I, j, and k. J was left count, right? Left count, and k will be left count plus pivot count. This is a resulting array. Nums temp for int num is nums, same as before. Now again we'll define num is less than pivot, will I will be result of array I will be equals to a num, and it will be I plus plus. Else if the num is greater than a pivot, again a result k, resulting array k will be equals to a num, and it will be k plus plus. And else condition will be j equal to num, and it will be j plus plus. We'll return our result. Okay, let's try to run it. At friend, line 10, line 14 is pivot count to be found. Pivot count here, sorry. Pivot count. Line 10 is okay. Num